Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. So you may recall from a recent stash revisit, it wasn't a stash update because I've had this for years. I didn't recently buy this at all. Within that stash revisit, I said that Greg Reilly and military modeller Paul were doing Sturmtigers as an appreciation to Steve Mottram. As you know, Steve's going through the wars a bit at the moment, so they thought it'd be nice to do something in appreciation to him and perhaps lift his spirits a bit. And I asked if I could join in, and they said yes. Now I'm building this, as you can see, in 1/72nd, which, as we all know, is the gentleman's scale. They're building theirs in 1/35th, which is not the gentleman's scale, so I'll let you make your mind up about that. This is the Trumpeter late production one. I have decided which vehicle I'm going to try and replicate. I found 3 photos of a Sturmtiger and I thought the setting was something a bit different and perhaps a little bit of a challenge, we shall see. So let's have a look at the contents together. So the first sprue we have, I think it's all road wheels, to be honest, the dry sprocket as well, and the idler wheel at the back. The Sturmtiger had metal wheels, yeah, it didn't have any rubber around the exterior of the wheel, basically because Germany was running out of, couldn't get its hands on rubber so easily, so they went for just steel wheels on these. Nice detail. I quite like Trumpeter kits. The other one that I'm building at the moment for the Big Rig Group build, the SDK Z9 with the trailer. Some really nice detail on that too. So here we have the hull side. You can see that we've got the tools moulded onto the pieces. We've got the engine deck there. We've got additional armour for the front of the vehicle. We got the exhaust shrouds, the jack, those are the exhausts. This is the crane to lift the shell into the crew compartment so it could be fired. We got the towing eyes, mud flaps or mud guards on here. We got the machine gun for the hull. Here's the gun mantlet. I think that's what that's called. So I've actually looked at the photo. Sorry, it's going out of focus. I've looked at the photo, as I say, for this the particular build I want to do, and I can see already that there's some things that I won't be putting on, and then there's some things that I will change. For instance, there's a guard somewhere. Here it is. So we've got 2 types here, and they tell you to use this one for the late one. However, the vehicle that I'm doing has got this. So this may actually be the gun mantlet, I don't know, but that's the part of the barrel, I think, and then you stick another piece on top of that. Another part of the engine deck there, the rear engine plate. And again, if you use, I think it's this one, then you use these, what were they called? I forgot what they're called now, but you use these, but if you put that on, then you don't use FIFO filters. You don't put those on. So the bathtub for the chassis and whatever, and the sprockets. This thing keeps going out of focus, I am sorry. That's all one piece. Here we have the upper hull, which is where the huge gun goes in there. That's where the hull machine gun goes in. The crane will fit on top here. I may look a bit closer at these these cut seams and see if they need a bit of enhancing, something I've never done on a build. So here we have the tracks, rubber band tracks, which is no problem. We got the tow cables, excuse me, and that may be part of the 5-foot system as well, these two parts here, and some spare track. So here we have the instructions, quite a straightforward build. I don't see any issues with it. The only issue that I may have with this build is creating the dio for it. The vehicle that I'm doing, unfortunately I haven't got a rear shot of it, so I don't know what's happening at the back of the tank, but on the front it's got the front mud guards missing, and it's got some of the side skirts missing as well. Now this is where I mention that you can either have this deck plate, or you put this one in with the 5-foot filters, and here they tell you to replace K3 with K4, but actually I'll be using K3 because the photo shows it as this type. The other thing is the vehicle that I'm doing hasn't got this counterweight on it, so it'll just be it'll just look as if it's just the barrel. There won't be any additions to the barrel. There's not even these points here where the counterweights were fitted on. You see this rectangular bit on the top and the bottom? That's not even shown on the photos, so it's just a cylinder. As I mentioned, these won't be on, and some of the side skirts will be missing. And they just, there's just one, well, there's that colour call out. You can just do it in this, which they actually say is Middlestone, but I'm not sure it was. I don't know. Well, it could be Middlestone in Mr. Hobby, but I will probably do it the yellow ochre. But there's one at the bottom as well where you can do the 3-tone, so you get Middlestone, red, brown and dark green, but I won't be doing that because the vehicle, that at least from the photos that I've got, it looks like it's all one colour, so it'll be all the ochre. So there you go guys, that's my introduction to this build. Not sure whether I will do this as one video for the whole build or whether I'll do it as separate videos. I'll probably do it as separate videos, thinking about it. And what I'll do is possibly bench updates, so not just this build but other builds that I'm doing at the same time. Alright. Thanks ever so much for watching, and wish me luck. I'm doing some stuff on the dio that I've never done before, so it'll be interesting. Look after yourselves, and I'll catch up with you soon.